Welcome to Sports Day Tribune, where we'll be diving into the latest WNBA news, including some hot takes on the Rookie of the Year race, a cool announcement from Caitlin Clark, and even some vacation shenanigans. From sneaker reveals to grocery store sightings and new nicknames, we've got all the juicy details you won't want to miss. Stick around as we break down the latest buzz in the world of women's basketball. But before we jump in, help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers so we can bring you even more great content. Now, let's get started. First up, we've got some spicy comments from WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes about the heated Rookie of the Year debate between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Swoopes didn't hold back on her podcast, Queens of the Court, when discussing these two phenomenal rookies. Now, we all know Caitlin Clark came into the league with a ton of hype. I mean, she's the NCAA's all-time leading scorer for both men's and women's basketball. That's no small feat. But Swoopes thinks Clark hasn't quite exceeded expectations. She said, "I think Caitlin Clark has done, exactly what was expected of her with Indiana. The reason why they drafted her, what the expectations were, and I think she's done just that." But here's where it gets interesting. Swoopes believes Angel Reese might have the edge in the Rookie of the Year race. Why? Well, it's all about the supporting cast. Swoopes argues that Clark has more talent around her on the Fever, while Reese has been carrying the sky on her back. Let's break down the numbers. Clark's averaging 17.1 points and leading the league with 8.2 assists per game. She even notched a triple-double against the Liberty in July. Not too shabby, right? But Reese isn't slacking either. She's putting up 13.5 points and 11.9 rebounds per game, and she set a WNBA record with 15 straight double-doubles. Swoopes really emphasized the importance of defense in this debate. She pointed out that while Clark's passing and assists are insane, she's not exactly locking down the opposing team's best perimeter players. Swoopes said, "On the other side of that, defensively, Caitlin's not defending the other team's best perimeter players." Ouch. On the flip side, Reese is not only putting up solid offensive numbers, but also guarding the other team's best post player. That two-way impact is something Swoopes clearly values. Now, let's not forget about the team standings. The Sky, with Reese leading the charge, are currently sitting in the 8th seed with a 10-14 record. That might not sound impressive, but considering the expectations for Chicago this season, it's pretty remarkable. Swoopes even went as far as to say that the Fever might have been a playoff contender without Clark. That's a bold statement, considering Indiana's recent history. She said, "Is Indiana in the playoffs right now, without Caitlin? When you look at the overall team, like the pieces that they have, without question, Indiana has better players than Chicago from top to bottom. No doubt about it." It's worth noting that the Fever had 3 WNBA All-Stars this season, while Reese was the lone All-Star for the Sky. So Swoopes might have a point about the supporting cast. But let's not get it twisted. Swoopes isn't saying Clark is a bad player. Far from it. She's just making the case that Reese's unexpected success in leading the Sky to a potential playoff spot might give her the edge in the Rookie of the Year race. Now, let's switch gears and talk about some exciting news from Caitlin Clark herself. During a recent Fever practice, Clark debuted her first ever Player Edition Kobe sneakers from Nike. These Nike Kobe 5 Proto PEs are rocking a yellow and black colorway that's got fans buzzing. Clark seemed pretty pumped about the shoes, saying, "It's pretty cool. I feel like it's Fever, but it's also Iowa, so you get the best of both worlds."
It's pretty cool. It's got I feel like it's Fever, but it's also Iowa, so you get the best of both worlds. I have another one that you'll probably see me wear later on that is even more Fever, so just wait for that one. But yeah, you got the yellow. They look a little similar to the Bruce Lees that I wear, but like still different. I like the gold swoosh. It's the black and yellow. You can't go wrong. It's just the best color. Honestly, I didn't design these ones. I just said, yes, I love them. Please give them to me. So they do their job. They do it really well, so they're pretty cool.
But wait, there's more. She also teased that she's got another pair coming soon that's even more Fever-centric. Talk about building the anticipation. This all ties into Clark's massive $28 million deal with Nike, which is a WNBA record. While we're all eager to see her signature shoe, we'll have to be patient. It's likely we won't see those hit the shelves until 2025 or 2026. But hey, these PEs should tide us over until then, right? And if you thought that was all the Clark news we had for you today, think again. Our girl was spotted doing some casual grocery shopping in Indianapolis, and the internet is going wild. Photos of Clark posing with fans at the store have racked up about 500,000 views across social media platforms. But it wasn't just the fact that she was grocery shopping like a normal person that got people talking, it was her choice of attire. Clark was rocking a black Nike hoodie with a pretty bold statement. It read, "Tough shit," with the T in tough replaced by Kobe Bryant's Nike logo. Now that's a fashion statement if I've ever seen one. But wait, we've got one more piece of Caitlin Clark news for you before we go. It seems our rookie sensation has been busy giving out nicknames during the Olympic break. Clark, along with teammates Lexi Hull and Katie Lou Samuelson, just got back from a relaxing vacation in Mexico. And let me tell you, it sounds like they had quite the time. Hull took to Instagram to share some snapshots from their trip, captioning it, "A little R and R." But it was Clark's comment that really caught everyone's attention. She replied, "Slay green hair queen," giving Hull a brand new nickname. Now, you might be wondering, green hair queen? What's that all about? Well, apparently, Hull had a little pool mishap during their vacation. She revealed in a TikTok video that after a day of swimming, her blonde hair had taken on a slight green tint.
So I spent the day in a pool, and I have a photo shoot in LA tomorrow morning at 7:30, and my hair is literally green. So it is 9:43. We have less than 12 hours to figure this out. And don't tell me it doesn't look green or that it looks good, because I know that it does not.
Talk about a vacation souvenir. It's great to see these teammates bonding off the court. With the rigorous WNBA schedule, it's important for players to take time to relax and have some fun. And it looks like that's exactly what Clark, Hull, and Samuelson did. But don't think for a second that Clark has been slacking during this break. Before the Olympic pause, she was breaking records left and right. In a game against the Dallas Wings on July 17th, Clark dished out a whopping 19 assists, setting a new WNBA single-game record. And she didn't stop there. At the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, she broke another record with 10 assists, the most ever by a rookie in an All-Star game. As for Hull, she's been a solid contributor for the Fever this season. She's played in 20 games, averaging 3.6 points and 1.5 rebounds in about 13 minutes per game. While those numbers might not jump off the page, every team needs role players who can come in and make an impact. The Fever are set to restart their season on August 16th against the Phoenix Mercury. With Clark's record-breaking performances, Hull's new green-tinged look, and the team's renewed energy after their break, it's sure to be an exciting game. So, there you have it, folks. From Rookie of the Year debates to sneaker reveals, viral grocery store sightings, and now vacation nicknames, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are keeping things interesting both on and off the court. Whether she's dropping dimes or dropping nicknames, Clark is definitely making her presence felt in the WNBA. As we wrap up, remember to hit that subscribe button to help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. We've got plenty more WNBA coverage coming your way, and you won't want to miss it. This is Noah, signing off for Sports Day Tribune. Until next time, keep your head in the game.